Hey everyone, it's Linz. Okay, so today I'm finally putting my artichokes in. Why? Because I'm starving. I missed you guys all today. That was terrible. I didn't get home until just now from 8 o'clock in the morning. Like I wanted to take my stuff to the beach. I couldn't get to the beach. Just one client after the other and one meeting after the other. So I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to see you. I'm gonna wait a second until some people come on because tonight I'm making, for the third night, I'm making artichoke hearts. Well, I actually didn't make them yesterday. I ate them yesterday. And I wanted to make sure that I had this for you guys. We are going to go from start to finish because artichokes are really intimidating when you go to the store and you look at like, what the heck is this? And how do you possibly eat this? And it kind of looks like a flower. It's not. It's actually a thistle. It's like, I don't know if that's a vegetable group or not a vegetable group, or the group itself is a thistle. That much I don't know. Hi everybody. We are putting together a little show right here to make artichokes. I'm telling you why. It's really important that you guys know this. And I spoke today in the group, and I spoke yesterday in the group, and I want to tell you guys that people over 35, 40 years old, or anybody that has any kind of thyroid condition, even just a little bit of a lower acting thyroid, there's a group of vegetables that are called cruciferous vegetables. And cruciferous vegetables, hi honey, I'm just on live, sweetheart.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. And cruciferous vegetables do something that is very crazy for your thyroid that people don't know until you have a thyroid issue, and then they say, oh, you should avoid these. But it could be weakening your thyroid, so you don't have too much of this on a regular basis. Now this is when you OD, because I OD on these things, okay? So I want to tell you what that is. Cruciferous vegetable groups are your broccoli, yes, cauliflower, your Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and kale. If I could tell you that that is my diet, okay, I have a lot of protein, but those are my vegetables. I have a kale salad every day. You know those big bags of kale? I saute it, I eat it raw. I'm obsessed with the density of it. I love the taste of it. I'm a green fanatic, and I have a little bit of a hypoactive thyroid, and it was getting worse and worse and worse. And then I did all my, I'm a nutritional therapist, I should have known this. I did all my research, and a friend of mine mentioned to me again to remind me that these cruciferous vegetable groups, what happens here is that they very much inhibit the absorption of iodine, which is the food and the catalyst for your thyroid to work properly. Thyroid is responsible for a lot of things, and it can slow down your metabolism big time. So if you have a lot of that in your diet and you haven't had your thyroid checked, first and foremost, go get your thyroid checked if you're over 35, 40 years old, or if you're sluggish. If you're feeling like it's really hard to lose weight, and maybe you're tired all the time, you're sensitive to cold, not trying to diagnose you, all I'm telling you guys is that if you do know you have a lower acting thyroid, or if you're on the lower end of the scale, just scale back on some of these for 30 days and see how you feel. That's your kale, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage. Scale back. You definitely should have some because they're nutrient-dense food, meaning they have a tremendous amounts of nutrients as opposed to their calories, or in respect to the calories. I mean, it's just ridiculous how intense those nutrients are. So they do outweigh to definitely have them. But if you're having them on a regular basis, a daily basis, scale back if your thyroid's a little low and you know that, and see what happens. See if things start to pick up. Okay, and again, always speak to your doctor about all these things. But it's just a little bit of a tidbit of information because they are known to inhibit the absorption of iodine, which is how your actual, let me see, I'm running low, how your thyroid functions. It functions on iodine. That's its gas in its tank. So you don't want to mess that up. You want full functioning everything, okay guys? So I've had to really dive into different vegetables, things that I normally wouldn't eat or know how to cook. Because I had to take all of that out of my diet, which is really sad for me because I really love that. I have broccoli almost at every dinner. Cauliflower is now cauliflower pizza. There's cauliflower this, cauliflower that. It is on a huge, huge demand right now. And here, baby, you can have this. And it's in everything. Because it's in everything, I need to tell you guys, cauliflower never used to be cauliflower pizza crust, cauliflower chips, cauliflower this, cauliflower that. People are getting lower carbs. But read your labels, guys. They'll say cauliflower pizza crust, but it just has a little bit of cauliflower in there, and the rest of it's wheat, or the rest of it's some sort of grain. So don't be fooled by marketing ever. Make sure you really look at your labels. You'll be very surprised if you have it in your freezer right now. Take a look. You're going to see that it's not all cauliflower. The only one that is good is the one that's all cauliflower. that means you're getting a lower carb if that's what you're looking for. But be very wary, especially of women, men get this too, but women, that if your metabolism is sluggish, slowing down, and you haven't checked your thyroid, cut that out for just a little bit. Go see your doctor first and foremost and find out what that is. And remember that these things could be really bugging you and could be making a difference. Read about it, do your research, and you'll see. It's very, very important to know what could be contributing to a slower metabolism, you feeling kind of yucky, or perhaps contributing to you having a problem losing weight. Okay, so that's what I had to do. I had to find other things, and I found my favorite food on the planet. This is an artichoke. Please, I don't know if you guys have, normally you're used to seeing artichokes in a can and in a jar, right? And those ones, they marinate. That is the heart. That's the center. That's right underneath this stem. That's where that is. But what we don't know is all these little leaves in here, these guys are all leaves, if you can kind of see it. These are so nutritious that they extract the actual juices from here. It's artichoke leaf extract, and they are used for so many medicinal things. It lowers cholesterol. It is known, I'm reading my little notes here, it's known to regulate blood pressure, which is insane. It improves your liver health. There's so many things that this does. Now, that's the extract of the leaves. No one's gonna go, extracting leaves, but you can buy it and read about it, guys. Really educate yourself, because there's so many medicinal things that fruits and vegetables have that are phenomenally life-saving, in terms of not critical moments, but in terms of longevity. It's just, you have a medicinal cabinet in your fridge. So you want to know what each and every vegetable and fruit does, because who would have known that cauliflower, kale, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts could actually be harming you in the essence if you have a thyroid condition. So who would have known that? We don't know that in essence, and also it's harming you if you have it in a large amount, which is what I do. So anyone else doing that and getting cauliflower and everything, just please remember that. Okay, so this guy here, this is an artichoke. We do not eat it when it looks like this. We have to do things to it, I'm going to tell you. But eating it does some things too, because it's extraordinarily good for you. This is loaded in vitamin C, vitamin K, vitamin B6, huge vitamins, okay? It has minerals like magnesium, phosphorus, and iron, and potassium, really key minerals for health. The best thing about this for me is that it's low, besides, of course, the nutrients, is that it's loaded with fiber. It has a fiber called inulin, and a lot of people are starting to use that for cooking. If you cook with fiber, for example, you can make bread, brownies. My client Carol made brownies out of inulin. You can buy the inulin powder. You don't have too much of it, because too much fiber is certainly not good for your health. When you have too much, it draws out too many minerals when you're having fiber powder. And you just want to make sure that, it could cause bloating, major bloating, and when you have it in a powder form, but not in a food form. And that's what's really cool. So if you're eating your fiber, eat, okay? So it is actually, the inulin is also very low in carbs, which is why it's nice to have as a fiber if you're going to cook with some things, and it's certainly fine to have, once a day. So this is about 60 calories. This is a medium artichoke. It's 60 calories, but it's loaded in nutrients, so it makes it a nutrient-dense food, which is really important. Now, the fiber is really good for weight loss, right? It's very good for lowering your cholesterol and your digestive health, like gas and bloating and indigestion, heartburn. When you have fiber, those things tend to be a little less. Excuse me for my little yappy dog here. All she wants to do is yap, because she knows every time she yaps, I give her a treat. Did I train her like that? Yeah, sorry. Okay, so it's one of the top 10 vegetables for antioxidants. Loaded in antioxidants. They say that it may be helpful with cancers, certain cancers like lung and other cancers, breast cancer, just the antioxidant effect of it in general, just that it's got so many, and they're very good ones. And again, please read a little bit more if you're interested in knowing the nutrition. I'm just going to give you a little, I don't want to bore you to death with it, but I choose foods to be in my body that are spectacular. And I had to make up for some spectacular ones that I'm only having very little of now. So I want to show you guys how to make this, okay? First of all, it's very heavy and it's very, very dense. So it's hard to cut. So you want to start at the stem. This is exactly how you buy them. They're about $4.99 each, but worth every penny. Okay, so you cut into it like this, and you cut down. I swear, you might need a machete, but if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so you cut into it, and it smells very green. Okay, here we go. Take a peek. That's what it looks like on the inside. Ooh, let me see, because we're very shiny. I'm going to tap that. Hold on a second, guys. Let me see if I can tap that. There we go. Okay, so that is what it looks like on the inside. Now, there's a little area here that's fuzzy. It looks like hair. And this part is not to be eaten, but I don't take it out. Now, some people take it out before they boil it, but I don't. I leave it in there because it's much easier to get out when you're actually eating it. Okay, and then this section here is the heart. See all that? That's the heart. That's where you get hearts of palm, and you can eat this. The heart goes all the way down here. It's a little stringy when you get further down, but here, this part will be nice and soft. This is a soft part that doesn't have a lot in it. Okay, and now if you look at these are all individual leaves. Can you see this? Everything is like, it's like an onion layer, a lot of them. And they're very hard when they're raw, but when you cook them, they get soft, and that's what we're gonna do next. So we take these halves, and you put them in boiling water, and you boil for 20 to 25 minutes. Go for 25, okay? And then it comes out like this. I did it in stages for you guys. So now this is very soft. See this? This is all very soft. These are all, you can see the difference, right? So this is all very soft, and now I'm able to put my spices on it. And this is, you have to make sure that it's soft enough that you can, you see this one should be a little bit more cooked, so you can pull the leaves out like that, okay? So then what you do now is you take, for me, this is how I like it. I am a garlic fanatic. Garlic, and I'll put this recipe in there, garlic, sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt, always the best one, most minerals in it. Pepper, hot pepper flakes, you don't have to add that. And that's about it. And you put them in olive oil. I want to show you what this mixture looks like. I used garlic, little chunks, okay? I pressed it, and this is what it looks like. Can you see that? This is all the olive oil, and I have a ton of it in here because I want this residue, all these little pieces of garlic and all the pepper and stuff, I want that in between every leaf, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So I take it, can you guys see me from there? I think so. So you take it here, this is a brush, guys. I brush it up so that I have all the yumminess on here, and I brush it on. Okay, can you see? Yeah, you can. So I brush it on, and it immediately goes into all the layers, right? And then you have to lift up, turn it around the back. I'm telling you, this is a process that's well worth it. You're like, oh, I don't want to go through this. It's like this to go through, and then to eat it is even longer. But eating it and being long is amazing. It's like having a big, huge bowl of popcorn, right? It just takes you for a long time to eat. No calories really, but and all this nutrient-dense food that you're having, okay? So you put the brush in between every layer, but you gotta pick up all those little yummy spices on the bottom, so you're depositing them in here. So now it does take a minute, like I said, but it's so worth it. So you go in between every layer that you can. You gotta just lift it. I usually do this sitting down, like with it, sitting down. The artichoke is sitting down. Yes, it's having a little snack. So see, you can lift up and put it in the layers right here. Everything goes in the layers. And then you gotta put it down because I gotta lift up the layers here. Don't lift too hard because you don't wanna separate it, because when it goes on the barbecue, because this is going on the barbecue, then it's gonna fall apart. So this one's just about ready. And let me just show you what this looks like now. Now, this does seem like a lot of olive oil. Half this olive oil comes off, and olive oil happens to be very good for you. So I'm cool with that. We don't worry about fat. They gave fat a bad word. They said fat is fat, so not everybody worries about fat. What you really need to worry about is your simple carbs. Those are the things that make you unhealthy. Fat, you need fat to lose fat, you need fat to live, and you need fat to have brain function. And this is a healthy fat, so you gotta have fat. Fat does not make you fat. Yucky fat makes you fat. Too many carbs make you fat, like refined carbs, simple carbs, and we'll go into that another day. Okay, so this is what this looks like now, just so it doesn't leak. Let's get the excess oil off of it. It's also water you're seeing. This is not all the oil. It's a lot of water because I boiled it, okay? So this is what it looks like now. See, it's got all the spices in there, and it's got everything in between, okay? So if you were to smell this, I don't know if you guys have ever had like shrimp scampi, where it has like all those yummy chunks of garlic and it smells like butter garlic. This is what this smells like. It's insane. Okay, so next step, heat your barbecue up, guys. Heat the barbecue up, keep it up, and then wait till it's like it hits the temperature. I don't know how to tell you what temperature is. I'm not that good of a cook to tell you. I put it on high, and then I wait until it gets really hot, and then I stick it on. I would be lying to say I know the exact temperature. Put it on high, like you cook a steak. Don't you even think about it, okay? And then you put them face down. Time it, because they'll go on fire. Time it for 5 minutes, flip them, put them on the other side, and then les voila, you have a, let me get a good one. You have a artichoke. Watch. That's what it looks like when it's done. Woo! See? Okay, now the question comes, okay, how do you eat this thing? Well, we have to shut my dog up first. Hold on. Come here. Come on, Boo. Another one. Fourth treat. You are very, very bad. Here we go. But I love you. Go. So the only way, this poor dog is going to be a cow. All right, so you get this half. Now this is literally what I eat every night, and I sometimes eat 4 of them. Okay, so if you pull off these leaves, they're going to pull away from the heart. Watch. See this? So the bottom pieces, this here, you can actually eat. Now each of these guys, you can't eat the outside of this because this is very pokey, so be very careful you don't poke yourself. You eat, this is going to be soft. These pieces, see, they're flailing. These pieces are going to be soft, so you do this. I'm going to eat, sorry. Like this. And pull it, put it down with your teeth and pull. Like this. And you eat the skin. Watch. You eat the skin on top of the leaf. You don't eat the whole leaf, right? So you're left with that. And you do the same thing. Now I want to just show you, and literally, each one has like some yummy stuff on it, and you keep going and going. It's pulling out a little bit from the heart, and you just eat all of this stuff. But let me show you that this is the heart. I'm going to pick off all these leaves. Watch. Let me just take these leaves off so you guys can see the heart. It's a bit messy when you do it like this. Okay, so that's the heart, and you can eat the whole heart. This one is all soft. Let me just take off this. This one's all soft, but right here, look. Remember I told you about that little fuzz? Here's that fuzz. You just take it off. I'm doing it with my hands, but you just take it off with your hands like this. Take off the fuzz. That one's not so fuzzy. And then here's, you're left with the heart. Let me come over here. And you literally just eat the heart. It's not pokey. But it's yummy. And then you're left with the leaves. Does it take a while to eat? Yeah, that's the best part. Okay, so let me just show you one more time with this leaf. I pulled off a leaf. Now the leaf has a little bit of the heart on the bottom. You can see this. Let me. There you go. Leaf has a little bit of the heart on the bottom, but you eat what's on top of this. So you have to put your teeth on it and pull everything off of the skin of the tooth of the leaf. Right, this. Don't eat this in public. I never eat this in public. Okay? And then you'll see. Let me just show you a little bit of what this looks like again. I'm sorry I'm being such a messy, but this might, see that little thing that's off? You do the whole thing. You eat all of that off, okay? So, oh my God, I love, hi Shaun! Hi, I love them too, they're the best. Okay, so once again, that's exactly how you cook it. Cut it in half, boil it in the water, 20 to 25 minutes, go closer to 25. Then you put it face down on the barbecue for 5, flip it over for 5 more minutes on the back, and then peel it and eat it. It is spectacular, loaded in nutrients, absolutely a nutrient-dense food. It's making up for the stuff that I can't eat right now. Hold on, let me get this come here, you. It's making up for some things that I can't eat right now that much of, and it is so much fun to eat, so much fun to make, and it tastes like shrimp scampi without the shrimp. It's got that garlicky, yummy taste in it, and it's super uber healthy, loaded in nutrients, loaded in vitamins, loaded in minerals, top 10 vegetable for antioxidants. You can't get better. And it's fun to make, and it doesn't take that long at all. It's just painting it takes a little longer. Okay, guys, this is the second time I am so not giving you another one. Come here. This is the second time. She's so bad. The second time I've posted the artichokes. I did it probably months and months ago. So it's got to be about 1,000 or so new people that have not seen this. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Try this. Call me with any questions you have. And if you make it, post it, because it is insane. Thank you so much for being patient. It's been 2 days in the making. I was supposed to put this up there, and I'm really glad that I did. Next is pancakes with sauce that you can have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack. It is insane. That's my next thing, hopefully sometime this week. I love you guys. Sorry I couldn't be there today. Tomorrow is ab day, and it's going to be an amazing day, and I will be here tomorrow for sure. Have a beautiful night, and I love you guys so, so much. Bye, guys.